Who is sharing the presentation?
Sir, Ayman will be sharing the screen.
Ayman Mullah.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
हाँ सर.
All others to come in a video mode till I take the pick of attendance. All to come in the video mode, please. All right, I've taken the attendance, your pick and the names. 15 are present. You can start. You can start your presentation.
Yes sir. Good morning everyone. Today's topic is angle collapse and Blackwell model of consumer behavior.
You are not audible.
So here's the introduction.
You are not audible. We can't hear you.
Hello. Hello.
We cannot hear you. Can others hear or it's my problem?
Hello.
Is she audible? Others?
No, sir, she is audible.
She's audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You're audible. Why I cannot hear her? Okay, please speak loudly. Ayman?
Yes sir.
Yeah. Yes, go ahead.
Introduction is angle collapse Blackwell was established in 1968 after Negotia model. The EKB model of consumer behavior was originally designed to serve as framework for organizing the fast-growing body of knowledge concerning and consumer behavior. EKB is a problem-solving and learning model of consumer behavior. EKB can also be called as dynamic because the consumer need not follow the 5 steps. It can be changed according to the needs and according to their situation. Like Howard said model, it has gone through a number of revision and modifications, and its aim is to improve the discriminative ability and clarifying basic relationship between components and subcomponents. Um, this is the model of angle collapse Blackwell model. It has 5 stages, that is input information processing, decision process, decisional variables, and external factors. So here in input information, the consumer is exposed to a large number of stimuli, both marketing and non-marketing sources. Marketing sources includes advertising, publicity, personal selling, demonstration, store display, and point of purchase. And non-marketing includes family, friends, peers, word of mouth, etc. After input information processing starts like um, once a consumer comes across any input like ads, he is exposed to it. Exposure creates attention. If the advertisement has given he tries to comprehend, or in other words we can tell he tries to understand what the product is or what the brand is trying to showcase. If the consumer finds the product in accordance to his liking or need, he accepts the product, after which he retains the product in short term and long term memory. So
Okay,
Vienna will
now let's start
continue
with
the
the
present.
decision process. Now, in the decision process starts with problem recognition. Here, the individual identifies what the problem is, whether he needs something or not. For example, suppose a person's phone suddenly breaks and he is unable to repair it. Here, the person recognizes the problem that he is left without a phone. So he starts searching for different options. He looks at various advertisements, searches the internet, or asks someone. After he has gathered a few options, he evaluates all those options or alternatives. Now, here, as you can see, the memory plays a role. The person may have previously seen a few advertisements which were retained in his memory. So now he recalls all those advertisements. After evaluation, the person has to make a choice as to which phone he wants to buy. Now, all these four stages of decision making process are influenced by decisional variables and external factors. Now, belief is conviction or an opinion that a person holds about something. So, for example, the person may have a belief that the brand motto is not a good brand for a phone. Then, motive. It is basically the inner drive to take action to satisfy a need. Now, if the person is highly motivated, then only he will go forward and buy the product. If he is not much motivated, then he may not buy the product. Attitude. Now, attitudes can be positive as well as negative. Belief and attitude kind of go hand in hand. If the person has a negative belief or an opinion about a product or a brand, he will automatically develop a negative attitude towards it. Then, lifestyle. Now, if the person is rich or has a lavish lifestyle, he may buy products from a high end brand, whereas a middle class person may go for a reasonable priced product. Intentions. It is the willingness of the consumer to buy the product. Now, only if the consumer is determined on buying the product, he will go ahead and buy the product. Else, he may not. Evaluative criteria. Over here, a customer selects a different product other than the one he originally had in mind. This may be because of the quality, price, features, etc. Normative compliance. Now, this basically means conformity that occurs because of the desire to be liked or accepted. The person basically tries to fit in. He may not like a particular brand or a product, but since his friends and peers say that it is a good brand, he is likely to follow in with them and agree with them. Moving forward to external factors. Now, cultural norms implies the values and ideals a person has. Now, norms differ among various cultures, and they also affect our belief and attitude. Social class. People belonging to a particular social class share similar values, interests, etc. If the person belongs to like a high-end social class, he will not settle for low-end brands, etc. Reference group. These include individuals or groups that influence the types of products or brands that a person might purchase. For example, social media influences. Now, these people highly affect the purchase decisions. People tend to ask them for opinions or recommendations about various products or brands, etc. Now, family. The opinions of the different family members also affect the decision making process. Unexpected situations. Now, these are the situations that you did not see coming. For example, a financial crisis. Now, because of these financial crises, maybe the person might not be able to buy the product he initially wanted to buy. After all these factors have played their part, the consumer goes ahead and purchases the product. Now, the outcome can either be satisfactory or dissatisfactory. Also, the consumer need not go through all the 5 stages. For example, if you want to buy a toothbrush, you won't go and check like if it is culturally accepted or ask for references, right? The person will just go and buy it. Okay, this is the end of the model. Thank you.
All right, very nicely presented. Uh, Vienna, could you tell us what is the difference between yesterday's model?
Mm. So in the Howard set and angle collect model is almost the same, but I think in Howard set the prices and the quality of the product was discussed, and in this model it wasn't discussed.
Okay. How many stages were there in shade model?
There were 4,
ये जो
I think.
डिसीजन ये जो डिसीजन प्रोसेस है, okay,
Mm-hmm.
how was
Yes,
the
sir.
decision process?
Um,
How
so
many
it
things
was
were there in the
mostly.
in the decision process?
So I don't
Anybody
remember
remembers
properly.
how many things were there in the decision process? What were the two constructs? Who presented yesterday?
Yes, sir.
Pradeep, what are the two constructs?
Sir, perceptual and learning constructs.
Perceptive and
Learning constructs.
learning constructs, है ना? So there were two. Here you see he has put more details here. Okay, he has gone on to put more details. He says what's more important is he puts memory here. So you should not forget this. If you do not put this block, again your answer is wrong. There are 5 processes here. One is input, information processing, decision process. We have got decision variables, and we have got external factors. Whereas yesterday we had only 4. Actually, there were 3, 1, 2, and 3. And the second one was divided into 2, the decision process. That was a perceptive construct, and it was the learning construct. So here we have got the same as I was telling you. This is what changes maximum. So this is what you should remember. Okay, ये वाला चीज बहुत change होता है. Usually input is almost the same, output is almost the same, but what changes is this third and fourth, the middle part, that is the process, that changes. Okay, so here we have got something known as memory, we have got something known as beliefs here. Okay, so there are a few beliefs that people have. They purchase on a particular date, they do not purchase in a particular month. Okay, you must be knowing that during the Pakshamas, at least in Hindus, where we pray for the departed soul 15 days, nobody does any good work during those 15 days. That usually comes in the month of August and September. So that is a belief. They will not buy. Even if they need that time, they'll try to manage and they don't buy. So it is not only belief about the product, it is belief about their culture also. Okay. So when people are in mourning, okay, when people are in mourning, if there's some death at home or something. So no, 13 days they will not buy anything. They don't purchase anything. 1 year they will not do any functions at home. है ना? So at least these are a few things that we follow. So these are the beliefs, and this definitely hits the market and the buying power of a consumer. So he has put as beliefs. Many times there are beliefs that people do not buy specific color. Okay, they say that that color doesn't suit me. Okay, there are people who do not buy black color clothes. They say, "नहीं, it doesn't suit me." Okay, मेरे लिए खाता है. So there are some beliefs, there are some motives. Okay, now there are attitudes. Okay, I want to wear something very posh. मैं एक लूंगा लेकिन बहुत अच्छा लूंगा. I'm not going to buy on the street. I'm not going to buy five. Whereas there could be some other people, they may say, why should I buy a shirt in a branded shop which is costing me 1500 rupees? If I can buy in a local market which costs me 400 rupees, I get almost four shirts and enough for me for 1.5 years. तो उनका एक एटीट्यूड, उनका एक तरीका रहता है, सोच का तरीका रहता है कि हम लोग इसको कैसे खरीदी करें. ओके, so that also of course goes with the intentions, whether or not you want to buy. Many people, you must have seen, they go up to the market, they do window uh, marketing. Okay, so window purchase रहता है, or they'll see in the windows and they'll come back but they will not purchase. So these are few of the things that are very very prevalent in this model. Okay, so it was a good presentation. If there are any questions, you can ask, or I will ask one or two questions to the presenters. Okay, I'll ask one question. What is this normative compliance? What is this normative compliance? Yeah, the
Sir,
presenters can come. Yes.
yes, sir. So it's basically like the person, even if he doesn't like it, under peer pressure or something, he will like say that he's okay with it and he likes it. So like peer pressure plays a role over here. He like tries to
Okay.
fit in the group.
Okay. What is the other thing?
Um,
Your partner, can he come up with something normative compliance? Normative compliance is what normal people will do. है ना? There are many times that we will say uh, known devil is better than an unknown god. है ना? जो हम जानते हैं वही लेना अच्छा है. Let's not try something new. Let us see what most of them take. I will take that. Let's not take the risk of going in for something new. So that is the normative compliance. So सब लोग करते हैं, वो हम लोग भी करेंगे. You are influenced by the place we are staying in, the societal, as you rightly put it, it's the peer influence, it's not the pressure, it's the peer influence, and you tend to decide that product that you're seeing is good and you want to purchase it. Okay, so that's right. Uh, any questions from others? All right. If there are no questions, then we are going to break here. We are going to take all these models as small modules. Okay. You have to see that you remember these things. Come back. Tomorrow I will ask you 5 Viva questions on these models. You should be able to answer. And I'm going to keep the first eye test. I'm allowing others to keep the eye test as per their dates. Okay. So only those people who are having 60% attendance would be taking the first pre-eye test. Okay. So you have to score at least minimum 60% in the pre-I test, then I will allow you to take the I test. Only then you will study for examinations, or you will not study on the online mode. Okay. So we are going to follow this method. We'll be giving you all different questions so that you will not be able to ask a copy, and it will be a spontaneous one. You will be on the video mode when you're taking the test. We'll take the test in maybe, let's say, in 10-15 batch mein. So you have to start reading, friends. Remember, if you try to escape classes, it will not help you. You have to study. You have to answer the examinations finally. You have to do it. Okay. So see that your attendance is there, and we'll meet for the retail class at 1:30